Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now you know that I don't like to report on speculation, but this is a piece of news that I feel is very important, and the fact that it's coming out during Comic-Con feels even more important. So, this is over on superherohype.com, and it's an article titled, Ben Affleck out as Batman? Warner Brothers eyeing to replace him. With Matt Reeves replacing Ben Affleck as director of The Batman, and recently revealing he's tossed out Affleck and Jeff Johns' script, many fans were wondering if Affleck himself might jump ship from the role. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Bros. Pictures is mulling over that very thing, with an eye towards replacing Ben Affleck as Batman Bruce Wayne, and an upcoming DC Extended Universe movie, very likely The Batman. While Affleck will reprise his role in the upcoming Justice League, his third time as the Bat after Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and Suicide Squad, either the studio or the actor himself, or both, are not happy with the way DC movies are shaping up. It could also be a simple case of ageism, with the nearly 45-year-old Affleck far older than any of his fellow Justice Leaguers. I'm going to put a stop in the article for a second. I don't think it's a case of ageism. It's Ben Affleck, and Batman's an older guy. You don't want a 19-year-old Batman. There's no gravity with a young Batman. It needs to be an older man who's had years to let this rage boil up and bubble over, and thus becoming the Batman we all know and love. So, I think this is just stupid conjecture on the part of the author Max Irvy, who I've never heard of before. But back to the article. Zack Snyder envisioned this iteration of The Dark Knight as an older, battle-hardened Batman who'd been beating up criminals in Gotham for years by the time we catch up to him. Snyder has exited the DC universe, with Joss Whedon taking over extensive reshoots on Justice League before filming his own Batgirl within the next year or two. The Batman is being eyed as the first in a potential trilogy, so if Affleck was getting cold feet about the role, it would definitely be a good idea for him to step out before the first one shoots. However, the studio's current line is Affleck is still all in, with the studio chief Toby Emmerich saying, "Ben is our Batman. We love him as Batman. We want to keep him in the cow as long as we can." Basically, the rest of the article goes on to get you pumped for Justice League, which I'm not, but that's not this video's topic. This is about Batman being replaced. I find it funny that 3 years ago, when the first image of Ben Affleck as Batman appeared, you know, the mopey one where he's in the suit, it's black and white, and he's by the Batmobile, I find it funny that everyone shit on that, and everyone was hating on him. And then the movie comes out, and everyone praises him because they say he's the best part of the movie. I've always personally been of the mind that he was the best part of a bad movie, but that doesn't make him the best Batman ever. Realistically, there have been better Batmans before him, and there could be a better Batman after him, but I like him enough to keep him around. Maybe he just hasn't had enough meat to work with, and maybe this Batman movie that he was going to direct was going to be the big stake that we all wanted Batman to have. Now the case is different. You know, Matt Reeves is coming in, he's going to do his own thing, and after just seeing War for the Planet of the Apes today, I'm fine with that. The last two Planet of the Apes films have been modern masterpieces. They're some of the best blockbuster entertainment you can get right now, and I'm all in for that. If they're going to bring that level of creativity and excitement and expertise to a Batman flick, I think we have another Nolan trilogy on our hands. I would like for this Matt Reeves to take it, you know, personally, that he's going to defeat Nolan for the best Batman trilogy, because Nolan had Batman Begins, which I think is the best Batman movie. Then you have The Dark Knight, which is great, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. And then The Dark Knight Returns is kind of hard to watch. Sorry, The Dark Knight Rises. Kind of weird that it's only one word different from the best Batman book. But back to this. If it truly is ageism, that would be really stupid, because Batman's an older guy. You can use the excuse about Spider-Man being a kid because he debuted as a kid, but most of the time he was a young adult. Like a 20-something Spider-Man always works, but you need Batman to be in his 30s. He's an older character, just like Superman needs to be in his 30s. And Wonder Woman is just a timeless, ageless Amazon creature made out of clay, so it doesn't matter about her age. But the actor should be roughly in their 30s. 30s is a good point, a good age point for these superheroes to be, because I know personally, I kind of find it hard to root for heroes that are a lot younger than me. There's no reason for me to look up to them, because I'm like, well, I'm already further in life than they are. Their superpowers don't excite me. Batman is just a dude, no superpowers, and he works better when he's older and he's had more experience. We've already seen a young, in quotations, Batman learning the ropes. We'll never get that again, or at least we should never get that again, because the Nolan trilogy is still fresh in a lot of people's minds. I mean, hell, The Dark Knight isn't even 10 years old. Batman Begins is only 12 years old, and The Dark Knight Rises is 5 years old. They tried that shit with Spider-Man, and look how quick that turned around. The Amazing franchise is dead, we already have a new one, and no one talks about the Amazing franchise in a positive light anymore. In my opinion, I never did talk about it in a positive light. But with Batman, I'm hoping for the best right now. I'm hoping that Affleck, if he does leave, it's the right decision. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a backdoor reboot to a DC extended universe. You could keep Wonder Woman the same because people seem to love her. But you could kind of go with, this is Batman now, and then we slowly build a universe around these 3 movies and kind of just forget what came before it. Because those movies are very tarnished. I know people are like, you need to watch the extended cuts, they make more sense, blah, blah, blah. Look, I've seen the extended cuts of BVS. It just makes it more intolerable for me. Didn't like the movie. 5 out of 10, just right down the middle. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, just, it's there. If they're going to do a new Batman, they got to get somebody that looks the part. He's got to be about a 6'2" white guy with the dark hair and the chin. Like, Affleck has the chin. He looks like Bruce Wayne from the animated series brought to life. That's why I'm surprised that it's going to be such a quick turnaround for him to leave. Because this may be his 3rd appearance as Batman this year in Justice League, but he only played Batman for 1 year and some months. Like, that'll be the shortest tenure of any superhero. Batman vs. Superman was 2016, Justice League is end of 2017. If that's it, that's really fast. I mean, Henry Cavill's been playing Superman for 4 years now. Like, hell, Gal Gadot has been playing Wonder Woman as long as Ben Affleck has been playing Batman. And they don't have equal appearances, but they still, for time, they both appeared for the first time in one movie, and they're going to appear for, again, in the Justice League. So that's really all I have to say about it. I think it's kind of funny and kind of fucked up at the same time, because it just goes to show you that DC still doesn't have their shit together, no matter how much we want them to on the movie production front. On the comic books, they're doing great. Their comic books are actually very good. I'm looking through shit that I don't even normally read. So, yay DC there. But movie-wise, you guys really need to up your game. I know Suicide Squad made a bunch of money. But the thing is, everyone's like, well, critical reception doesn't matter. It's all about the box office. I agree. Sometimes critics just get a movie wrong. But in the case of Suicide Squad in the DCEU in general, I think the brand name has been tarnished to a point where people don't trust it. I don't think Justice League is going to be this huge hit that everyone wants it to be. Do I think it's going to be a flop? It could be. Realistically, let's look at it like this. Thor Ragnarok comes out a week or 2 before that. That is November the 7th, I believe, for Thor Ragnarok. Justice League comes out, I think it is 2 weeks, because Justice League comes out the week before Thanksgiving. So Justice League is going to make all its money before Thanksgiving. Then the holiday is going to hit, and people are going to be busy with the holiday, Black Friday, being off school. They're not going to be rushing to see Justice League. It's not a big summer event when people have all the time. Then, 2 to 3 weeks after that, Star Wars comes out, and Star Wars will definitely be the #1 movie for, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Hell, Star Wars could remain #1 at the box office until Black Panther opens up in February. I don't know how that's going to work. What I do know is that Justice League isn't sitting pretty. Other movies like Infinity War are sitting pretty because they come out early May. That's the Marvel month. Everything happens to be, universities are pretty much over by early May. I know my school, I got it in April when I went to college. So you get out at that time of year. There's just a lot of time and a lot of money to be spent that part of the year. With the holidays, the focus is on the holidays. It's, the culmination of an entire year. People put away for Christmas all year long. People get excited for Thanksgiving because that's one of the few days a year they make it to see their whole family. So Justice League's kind of on the back burner for a lot of people. It's not, real life comes first. The summer months when it's kind of hot and dry and people have just free time, that's when you'll go check out a movie. But that's a topic for another video. So I hope you liked this video. Tell me what you think about Ben Affleck possibly being outed as Batman. And if any more news comes up from this, I will definitely be reporting on it. We will go back and reference this. We'll do all that other shit. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like content of this quality, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out stuff all the time. It's Spider-Man month, even though this is a Batman video, so I apologize for the sacrilege. But it's comic book related, and we're a comic book fandom, so deal with it. Check out this week's episode of World Class Bullshitters. It's arguably, not even arguably, in my opinion, it's the best episode we've ever done. It's funny, it's raw, it's everything that I enjoy about doing the podcast. So, thank you for watching this, and we'll be back later in the week.